Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Depends on the time zone you are living in. Please accept our greetings. Welcome to the official opening in English language of the second conference on managing tourism across continents. Let me invite the conference co-chair, Professor Cihan Çobanoğlu from the University of South Florida to deliver his speech.
Thank you, Dr. Doğan, so much. Hello, everybody. What an amazing pleasure to see all of you here. And I am honored to be here and deliver this, the opening ceremony, the speech for the Managing Tourism Across Continents. I would like to first of all welcome you. It's really an international conference here that we are having. So I would like to just share a couple of slides with you, and let's see if I can do this. We are gonna do a little bit different sharing. Here you go. Hopefully I got it. Okay. So maybe this is not working the way that I want it to work. There you go. Sorry, here you go, here you go. Okay, here I am. Yep, I can find myself one more time. Yeah, we've practiced this before, but technology sometimes always fails. So again, I am Dr. Cihan Çobanoğlu. I would like to welcome you officially to Managing Tourism Across Continents Conference. And we are delighted to be here with you. The motto for this conference, as you all know, is Tourism for a Better World. And we believe that tourism is the international language that connects us together. Yesterday, I was part of a diversity, equity, and inclusion certificate program that my university, University of South Florida, is delivering right now. And we have about 130,000 participants in this wonderful certificate program. Yesterday's topic was about stereotypes, biases that people have unconsciously and sometimes consciously. And there was one thing that I took away from that particular lecture yesterday. I'm helping with the technology background for this particular certificate program, but what I took from that lecture was actually the fact that leads to biases and stereotypes is the lack of understanding. Again, sometimes it happens because of the way that we are grown. Sometimes it happens because that we are taught like this. And number one solution to overcome stereotypes and biases is to understand each other. What a better way than tourism to be able to understand each other. For this reason, we at the MTCon conference, Managing Tourism Across Continents, we believe that tourism is going to lead a peace in the world, a better world for all of us. I would like to recognize and acknowledge Professor Dr. Muharrem Tuna as the honorary president of this conference, and also one of the main figures that is very influential in the creation of this conference. And he has had a vision. He has shared it with all of us. I was involved last year as well, but not as co-chair. And then we wanted to be able to support, and I'm so happy to co-chair this conference along with Professor Ebru Günlü Küçükaltan from 9 Eylül University. So I would like to thank both Professor Muharrem Tuna and Professor Ebru Günlü Küçükaltan for their help. I mean, it's, as you know, putting together a conference is not easy, and you're gonna understand in a few seconds. Here you see, you know, for those of you who know me, this is my, I think, 20th conference that I'm organizing, chairing or co-chairing or organizing for that matter. And I work with, now used to be my former student, now is actually a faculty member at Northern Arizona University, Muhittin Çavuşoğlu. I used to call him Superman. because he was helping me with everything. Here, I'm very lucky not to have only one Superman, Superwoman, but three of them. Alaaddin Bashoda, Dr. Alaaddin Bashoda, here along with Dr. Senen Doğan. They were in the academic section of this conference. You probably have interacted with them at some point of time. If you have submitted a paper to this conference, I would like to thank them so much. Of course, we are going to do a lot of things, but as you know, this conference, we are in the tourism field, in the event management field. We all know that the event itself is usually about 5% of the work. 95% happens before. So I would like to recognize their unbelievable, tireless work with this conference. And also another Superman is Tolga Altash. He's by himself is worth a huge IT team in charge of the website. As you can see, it's very professional. Nobody would ever tell that it's just one person show. And along with, of course, this virtual meeting platform, he's responsible with all the graphics, everything. So I would like to thank all of them. MTCon, the second global conference, Managing Tourism Across Continents conference. Of all the papers that we have received, we have accepted 186 of them, of which 117 were full papers and 69 were abstracts. So we are very happy to have this particular attendance. And of all these papers that have been accepted, big majority, as you can see, 123 of them were written and submitted in English language. This is a bilingual conference, and Turkish is 63 of those abstracts and manuscripts. We have total, if you look at all the people, scholars, of course, including co-authors, have submitted papers. We had 337 of them from 28 countries from all around the world, from almost all of the continents. We have representation here. And we are very, very, very happy to have this international conference. Obviously, as you all know, that we are in tourism field. Yes, we can do this with Zoom, we can do with Teams, or you name it. There's many other different solutions that allows us to have a virtual conference. Of course, having a virtual conference has many benefits, right? We don't spend money, we don't have to take the planes and hotels. Of course, that has an adverse impact on the economy, but it has a positive impact. So if we were to have this conference in Turkey, in Antalya, in Izmir, Istanbul, one of the cities, I'm not sure how many of you would have been able to come, although we would love to host all of you in Turkey. But this has many, many advantages. But at the same time, that having that face-to-face connection is probably not replaceable. I will have a panel a little bit later today in about an hour, 50 minutes to be precise from now, about technology. And I have amazing panelists them when they the tourism industry's future post-COVID, because we know that some of the meetings, conventions, conferences like this one are going to go into online forever, even after the COVID is going to be over. Hopefully it will be over soon. But at the end of the day, that we are happy to have you here. And I hope that next year, when we have the third MTCon, that we will be able to do this in person. Who knows? Maybe it will be hybrid. Depends on the confidence level of the people, that they may not have that confidence until next year. We do hope that it will come back, the travelers' confidence in traveling, but if not, maybe hybrid will be the solution. Even though today is the first day, right now it's 7 p.m., 7:12 p.m. in Turkey. It's 12 p.m. also in Florida. Since it's a global conference, we had the opening ceremony earlier today. That was too early for me. Dr. Küçükaltan have done that particular part also, but now this is the second part. But even though this is the first day, official day, MTCon actually started yesterday. And we offered Research Academy. Dr. Faizan Ali did the most of the work that I helped him also with this Research Academy. One of the amazing things about the Research Academy that already happened, we had more than 220 participants at all times. I'm not talking about the peak. Sometimes you have conferences, people come and go, and then it drops, which is understandable, right? Soon maybe we are going to talk about, or some research papers, you may remember all of the educators, the terminology. They say PowerPoint poisoning, PPP, right? Too much PowerPoint in the classes. Today, now maybe we are going to start talking about Zoom poisoning, that may happen. So we are, in this particular Research Academy yesterday, there was no Zoom poisoning. Everybody was there from the beginning to the end, which I was so happy. And I would like to thank Dr. Faizan Ali one more time. What a great champion. What a great champion. And I'm proud to have met Dr. Faizan Ali in a conference similar to this one. It was not MTCon, but it's a GIBA conference that was in Bangkok, Thailand. And I met him. He was a PhD student at that time. And then I invited him to come to the United States. And now he's unbelievable. He also has, and we will record this, anybody who may have missed that Research Academy, we are going to make that public also later as well. So, and this conference this year, and hopefully in the following years, have been done in conjunction with the University of South Florida, which is my home institution, MoMA College of Business, M3 Center for Hospitality Technology and Innovation. And you may maybe worrying about what is the M3 Center. M3 Center is a research center under the MoMA College of Business, under the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. The name M3 comes from our donor. We have a businessman in Tampa, John McKibben, who have made a multi-million-dollar donation to the University of South Florida, which made us enable us actually to create the center. M3 is the name of his company's name. Hence, we named the center after his company. But Mr. John McKibben, when he was giving us that multi-million-dollar donation, he had one thing in mind. He asked me, I was serving as the dean of the Hospitality College at that time at the University of South Florida. He said, Jihan, okay, I'm going to give you this money to the university. What is the impact going to be? Tell me the impact. Tell me that in concrete terms. So we have told him that the impact is going to be huge, and with the numbers. That's why the M3 Center is dedicated and is also a big proponent of open access. Open access in everything we do, including the support that we give to MTCon under the umbrella of M3 Publishing. You all know, and we respect those publishers, right? There's many of them. We submit our articles to the journals that are published for these wonderful organizations. But the business model is for profit. Of course, they have to make money. They utilize these articles that we, as the academicians, submit to them, and then they resell it to people who need it. But M3 Publishing is a little bit different. It's 100% open access. Free to submit, free to publish, free to access. So 100%. Because we believe, along with the MTCon conference, the more you share, the more you gain. And this is my kind of like life philosophy, my motto that I learned from my parents. And as you share more, if you have a piece of bread and you give that to half to somebody else, you think that the bread that you have is going to reduce, right? That doesn't really work that way. When you share, you really more gain. It's unbelievable. Look at one example with Faizan Ali I was telling you. I shared my time with him. I consulted him. I served as his mentor. Now look at the impact that he's making all around the world. Unbelievable. So for that reason, we are proud to publish the book that's going to be created from the all full papers that have been submitted and accepted to MTCon conference. And also we will be happy to publish also the proceedings that will be created from all the abstracts, because we understand that some faculty members may not want to submit their papers as a full paper to a conference. That's no problem. But what I'm showing you right now here is the impact it's going to make. It's going to be downloaded by tens of thousands of people, again, free of access. When we talk to Professor Tuna about this conference, and I told him that we would be happy to support. And of course, as you can imagine, that publishing a book or journal, we also published 3 journals, that's from the M3 Center, is not free. There's quite a bit cost, and we are happy to subsidize this. And I would like to also thank University of South Florida Library for supporting our initiatives. If you have submitted to a paper to our conference, you probably know eReviewer name because you've been to this website many, many times. eReviewer.org is a product of also M3 Center. Open access. I am really proud of this software. It's an application. It's a double-blind manuscript review system. And MTCon also was the first conference that we have, the full conference that we have actually tested eReviewer.org. I would like to thank Alper Ay, who's our programmer. He is also another, just a single person, but looks like an entire IT department because he has been the sole brain behind eReviewer.org. Dr. Sedan Doğan, Dr. Alaaddin also have been in contact with Alper almost on a daily basis to make it better. Again, all of you who are joining us right now and also will be watching this later from YouTube, if you are organizing a conference or publishing a journal, you are free to use Welcome. And it's also free to use the eReviewer.org. And I would like to also acknowledge the Association of North America Higher Education International, which is our partner organization. I also serve proudly as the president of ANAHEY, as you can see here, and we are doing a lot of great things, including Academia Central, which is a platform that we have created again under ANAHEY and USF M3 Center. The way that I describe Academia Central is the platform that connects academicians from all around the world. So being a member to ANAHEY and Academia Central is free of charge. I would like to invite you to go to mooc.academiacentral.org. We have the MOOC, their massive online open course. You can also even enroll into 2 of the courses that we are already offering there. One of them is Post-Crisis Hospitality Management Certificate Program. And the other one, the one that I just mentioned to you, which is in progress right now, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in the Workplace, which, by the way, have 130,000 participants in it. So, as I have told you that this conference is full of amazing program. Dr. Ebru Günlü Küçükaltan already had a wonderful plenary session this morning. And we are going to continue this tradition because of the time zone, that it is going to be at 8 p.m. in Turkey. And we also have AJ Eluri, Dr. AJ Eluri from United States. He and I are in the same time zone. And we have Professor Ulrike Gretzel. She will be joining us from California. So she's 3 hours behind us. For her, it will be 10 a.m. Professor Stanislav Ivanov, he will be in Bulgaria, same time zone with Turkey. So for him, it will be 8 p.m. And last but not least, Professor Is Tusiadia, she will be joining us from UK. For her, it will be 5 p.m. her time, 3 hours behind us. So please make sure that you do not miss this amazing panel. These are also my professional circle as well too. I work with Professor Ease in IFIT, and of course, all the AJ Stan, we are doing many different things together. So I would like to also thank them for accepting my invitation, being part of this exciting panel. So I would like to again welcome you one more time to this amazing conference, which I'm really, really proud to be part of. Managing Tourism Across Continents Conference. This is the second one. I know that Dr. Muharrem Tuna is here, and Dr. Ebru Günlü Küçükaltan also is here. I would like to ask them maybe a few seconds to be able to also join me, welcoming all of the participants here briefly, if you wish to. I know that you're busy, you're always taking calls from people, but right now we have almost 100 people here in attendance with us. I would like to thank every single of you for being part of this conference. This is how we disseminate the information and also understand each other. This is how we learn about cultures, different things, and remember what we have said earlier, tourism for a better world. Dr. Küçükaltan?
Thank you, Professor. Well, it's really an honor for me to be part of this organization, especially co-chairing with you and our honorary president, Muharrem Tuna. I'm sure that all the participants are going to gain something, but the most important thing is that we are going to put one step further in order to make this better world, the world better, I guess. And thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also, if you don't mind, I see that we have almost, like I said, as 100 people. If you were to maybe type your country where you're connecting to us, we would love to see that. Yesterday, we did this in the Research Academy. It was unbelievable to be able to see all the people from different countries. I know that we have quite a few people from Turkey, but I understand that we have quite a also guests here from different parts of the world. So Pakistan, I see Morocco here, which is wonderful. Please, Montenegro, Turkey, obviously, Portugal. Özen Krant is joining us from Porto, also Kyrgyzstan, USA, Tanzania, Austria. Unbelievable. Look at this. How wonderful to see you. Lebanon is also here, Spain. That is great. So thank you, Nigeria, North Cyprus. I keep seeing them, and I would like to thank all of you one more time for being part of this conference. As you know, that we made on purposely this conference free of charge this year, 100% open access. So we are really proud of that fact. I do hope that we'll be able to continue that, at least in the conferences that I am going to chair. I also coming up a conference, global conference on services and retail management. That's coming up in later May. We also continue Malaysia, Switzerland, the countries that I didn't read before. So very, very nice. Okay, without further ado, I would like to again finish my welcome and opening of the MTCon second Global Managing Tourism Across Continents Conference. And I would like to invite all of you one more time to our panel that I would like to remind you one more time, high touch versus high tech, or both. That is going to start in about 35 minutes in the same location here. Thank you so much. We will see you soon.
We would like to thank our conference co-chair, Professor Cihan Çobanoğlu, for his speech. I also would like to remind you to come back at 8 p.m. Turkey time for the amazing panel.